Hi, welcome to this little series, A Course in Miracles for the Curious. I recommend that you do these in order. Go all the way to number one and start there and feel like you're right out here in Sedona with me. I mentioned angels and kind of assumed, that we all kind of get that there's some kind of benign presence that's not human helping us in our lives. Don't we? Really? I recently started keeping a gratitude journal. And what that means is morning and evening, first thing and last thing. Maybe after I do my Course in Miracles workbook, less. You can think quickly about dogs and cats and other animals that have a loving intelligence. Okay? Plants have that. Plants are alive. And if we follow this right on through, A Course in Miracles says everything is alive. Therefore, it fits right in with my mind is holy, pure, creative, wondrous, and one. Not the personal brain, not the personality, but the one self is present here as a benign presence, a loving God, you could say. So I called them angels. In A Course in Miracles, angels are thoughts of God. And it also says we are thoughts of God. Here's something that will shock some people and, like shock and delight you. Maybe. Or maybe you say, that's far out. Forget about that. It says, A Course in Miracles says that humans are inventing this world. We're literally dreaming it. The awakening part of it is we recognize, I'm watching a hummingbird up here. He's going in and out of a pine tree. God is present in everything because God is in my mind. I, the big I, the one self I, for some reason, this is how A Course in Miracles describes it without getting too specific, because it didn't really happen. It's all made up, so it could happen. Don't ask how. We collectively decided we were one, although apparently different aspects of the same one. Apparently there was an individuality from the very beginning. It seems to indicate that. And we decided to make a world to experience ourselves as separate victims of powers we couldn't control. So we made a world with our senses. Therefore, we made our bodies. We made the rocks. We made hurricanes. We made disasters. And we tried to cover up the awareness of love. In other words, we tried to run out of the Garden of Eden all by ourselves, not because God was pushing us out. But as we waken up, we see that God is everywhere, and God is here in this beauty, in this world, in your world. So to bring it around, by keeping a gratitude journal, by writing down every day, morning and evening, go for 5 things, and they can be small. They can be tiny little things, or they can be like, wow, that was really cool. He showed up just when I needed him. That happened to me this week. As soon as I recognized that I'm in fear, I'm frustrated. Wait a second, Jen. Those are your thoughts that are making up a situation that seems to be insoluble. You're inventing that in your mind. Yes, you could document it. And 99% of people would say, yep, that's happening to you, Jan, you poor thing. I'm making it up. I take responsibility. I take back my power, and I say, Holy Spirit, Spirit of the world, Spirit of God, Spirit of the one self we all share. I know this isn't your will, because this is just wasting my time, and I'm doing God's work. I'm playing the game with God. Help me. And I'm telling you, within a minute, Timothy walked in and saw just what the problem was, and boom, it was over. What part of that is a miracle? Well, by looking at the fact that your problem is solved really quickly, that's part of it. But the real miracle is bringing back the responsibility for the fear instead of constantly paying attention to the awful thing going on outside. Okay, tune in to the next episode. See you soon.